Hi, Eva.
Hello, Isaac. Can you hear me?
I hear you perfect.
Yeah. The nervous system is in complete freak out since 1 week or so. And I would just like to
Rest, yeah.
to connect with you.
Yeah,
Please.
cool.
Yeah.
So welcome. And I love how you speak, just seeing the nervous system is doing its thing. It's beyond your control. It's just doing its thing. It doesn't mean a thing about you. It's just doing its dance, yeah? And if possible, just curiosity, no trying to change, fix, anything like that.
You're frozen. Isaac, can you hear me? Because you're frozen. Can't. Yeah. Yeah. Isaac was gone, was frozen.
Now I'm back.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
just when you said only for curiosity, not changing anything, then you froze and
Yeah.
it stopped all.
Yeah. Perfect timing. And now there's even a smile on your face. So there's that which is aware, that's noticing whatever's going on in the nervous system. Whatever's happening in this bodying activity that's going on. You know why I speak about just being curious, because the moment we have the idea of wanting to be in peace, it feeds the activity. So just the curiosity is, okay, what are you actually noticing right now? Just, and it's changing moment by moment. So we're here. And as we're meeting, then your system is getting new information.
Yeah.
You're not in this alone. So. If I was in the same room as you, I'd offer you my hand or foot against your foot, or offer you to ask anyone in the Sangha to come and either sit next to you or just to have that sense of touch. So because we don't have that available, you can just imagine it, someone standing behind you with their hands on your shoulders. And just that some, people have got your back. Yeah, nice that you also. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Just let it come. Just a release it.
it's like just don't know. It's like I don't want this anymore, and I start to fight, and it makes it even worse.
Yeah, for sure. And even to say that you start the fight, I would question that, because starting to fight happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as quick as it starts, it can also stop. Nothing's written in stone. It's all ever changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just in the few moments that we've been sitting together, what's changed? What's stayed the same? Just noticing subtle changes, noticing whatever you notice.
Yes. Breathing.
Breathing.
Yeah, it's more quiet.
More quiet.
Yeah.
With no effort, huh? Yeah. Beautiful. And just sense how big awareness is. I mean, everything is appearing in it. And just for me, as I'm sitting here now with you, I'm starting to feel tingling in my hands and feet. So for me, that's always, I could say, an indication of trauma release. So whatever it was held in the body is starting to flow and starting to release now. Again, without effort, without doing. Yeah.
Something in me is so frightened and scared and again and again, and I just, what can I do about this? Yeah.
Yeah, and we have no idea where that comes from, ever, I mean, our parents went through all kinds of stuff, and then our grandparents again. And I mean, so who knows, But it just looking from where I'm looking, it looks like somehow there's less identification with that whole story right at this moment.
Yeah. Maybe I just lay down a little bit and stay connected. And
Yeah, beautiful. Just drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for raising your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Sylvie.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Sylvie.
Hi. Just wanted to rest with you. In 3 hours, I'm going to talk to 20,000 people. So,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, exciting. Last time I had a few hundred and it went really well. And yeah, I think my body is really, yeah, it seems okay. Or am I suppressing something? Can you feel that?
No, it feels beautiful, Sylvie. I mean, you know, it's like I think you're discovering that just, you know, a lot of what I see at a lot of these rallies is people come and they pump everybody up.
Yeah.
And when somebody shows up and they just peace itself, and from that peace, just inviting action,
Yeah.
but not from a pumped up place. People respond so beautifully to that. And it's amazing what's happening all around the world. I mean, in Canberra, there was, it's hard to know exactly, but I reckon well over 1 million people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're part of a wave.
Yeah. Yeah, my life is a bit crazy at the moment, but it's nice crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, there's excitement. You know, it is exciting.
Yeah, but now it's in a good way, and I really.
It's in a good way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's in a good way, but I really did a lot of inner work on public speaking and also with Mike and by myself, and there really was a lot of blockages on that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
What an opportunity for those to get released. Yeah. So your throat can just be a vehicle for that great intelligence to speak through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wishing you a wonderful time with everybody.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm also going out of the meeting right now. So thank
Cool.
you and bye everybody.
Beautiful.
Bye-bye.
And we're all with you, Sylvie. Yeah. Enjoy. Your trend.
We had an idea this morning, Andrea and me, that we might sit with you together.
Oh, please, welcome, most welcome.
And yeah, we had an interesting dynamic this morning, which is not new, but yeah, it felt like sharing this too. And it's maybe I start to just tell, maybe Andrea adds then what she wants. And it's around what I understood, that she doesn't feel safe with me or really accepted by me, and then yeah, then maybe I'm not the right, or like this kind of in this direction at least, and then what I could see in myself, that this old habit was reactivated, that okay, then in the end I have to do it all alone, and okay, then like this, and it brought me right back to my childhood feeling, like I have to do it all alone, and my parents are not available, and all this stuff, and it's just interesting to watch what it does to the body chemistry. Like I felt like
one thought.
I felt so heavy and so like, oh, it doesn't make sense. It all doesn't make sense, and yeah, what? And yeah, I thought it's cool to share this too. Like it's not always like nice, and these patterns, they appear again and again. Like I think we are in the process of checking it out, or to understanding it better. But the feeling in the body and in the system is really,
yeah. So you know, like a feeling of not feeling safe rises, and then usually our thinking wants to come up with a solution. But if we can just stop there, because that feeling of not feeling safe, what is the actual sensation of it? Because that's an interpretation, not feeling safe. It's a projection, yeah, into the future. In this moment, you're just there, you know, and she's just there, and then the sensation rises and gets interpreted, and then yeah. Of course, you know, our thinking wants to help us and solve it. and then just to watch what happens in your system or the system, whatever you can say. It's like where sounds happen, and then your system again, it brings up memories and associations and stuff like that. But really, she, if you look at it, she hasn't moved out. She may move out in the future.
The funny thing is, it's on her side, it's more like this feeling of insecurity or fear that I'm not committed or whatever. And on my side, it's this okay, I have to do it alone. I'm more the independent. But it's actually such a unpleasant and unhappy feeling. I really don't want to go there anymore. I mean, it's really like poof.
And the feeling comes from the thought, yeah. Yeah, because there she is.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's something wants to believe this. Yeah, it's really funny. It's this old pattern that wants to, there it is again. And now I have to go this old pathway. Yeah. And then in the end, it just feels horrible. I mean, it's just like,
yes.
Maybe she
in this moment, coming back to this moment right here now.
Yeah.
Sun is shining.
Yes.
And just you here, and whatever residue from those thoughts, that's just chemicals working their way through your system. Just, no need to chase them, no need to do anything. They will reabsorb. You just here. Yeah.
Could Bas actually pin you both so that I could see you both?
I'm not. Does anyone know how to do that? You're close to him? Can you come next to him and we can see you both?
No, I actually moved out.
Oh, you did move out. Oh, okay. Okay.
So we are 120 kilometers away from each other at the moment. So.
Okay. I don't know how to pin you both at the same time. It's beyond my technical skills.
You have
but
to.
I can see you in the.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I can. Just replace the pin, and now I see you big screen and Yatrin kind of next to you in the small window.
Hi.
So it feels better to be 120 kilometers away. Hi. Andrea, I see you.
No, this is just how the practicalities are right now, and it's not because there's something between us. It's just life wants me to be where I am right now.
Yeah.
I can't see you in the moment.
If you either pin me or.
Yeah, I pin you now. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Hi.
Hi. Just sensing and noticing the sensations of a play. Yeah. Nothing to solve, nothing to fix, just a gentle noticing. And not always easy, but if you can describe the sensations, not the interpretation, just the sensations pure.
It somehow feels like the ultimate risk.
Yeah. And how do you sense that?
I sense contractions all around the spine.
Yeah.
I did sense.
Keep going if you can. If it's easy to just, we're here and there's, like, is it hot? Is it cold? Is it vibrating? Is it tingling? Those are sensations, yeah? The risk is really the mind's projection of what that means. There's shakiness or...
There's a beautiful heartbeat.
Yeah, cool.
And a slight dizziness.
Mm. Cool.
And the neck area is very present.
Mm.
And now I sense some organs.
Cool. And this is all happening by itself. You're not doing it, right?
And yeah, through speaking through it, or speaking it through, or giving it voice, I notice how fluid it actually
Fantastic.
is. When
Yeah,
being seen, being spoken, allowed to be here.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing to work on. Nothing doesn't mean anything about you. It's just like the weather, Some days it's raining, some days it's lightning, some days it's thunder. Now, at this moment, the system is just vibrating like this. It's just doing its dance. Yeah? And who knows what it's picking up on yet?
Can you say it again?
Yeah, who knows what it's picking up on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really know. Just like just to notice how quick something wants to interpret all of this and make it mean something. And, like you could say, identification starts to happen with it.
I find myself super patient. And most of the time witnessing it.
Fantastic.
yeah, but every once in a while, and this is what is what Jatran mentioned, it's like it is this ultimate wish to run away.
Yeah. Usually that's an indication of old trauma. You know, the fight, flight, and freeze response. We touch a layer of information and yeah. And then, you know, the moment there's any resistance to it, any wanting to solve it, anything like that, that's the activity of identification. And nobody does that. That's an automatic, you know, it's an automatic unconscious thing. Then suddenly there's identification, you could say. Yeah.
And I can't see Jatran, but I just wanted to say that, hey, I can see you, but I feel you.
Mm.
And I'm happy that it felt to be the most natural thing to me this morning to suggest why not show up here with you.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And I can also see that the same mechanism has been playing between us. I mean, like these aspects still wanting to keep control.
Yeah. Beautiful scene. Really beautiful and profound scene. And just being gentle with that, Andrea. You know, it's not anything that you're doing. It's simply old conditioning, old ways that the system has compensated coming into consciousness. And there's enough maturity enough now to see, oh wow, that's that mechanism that wants to try and control. And it doesn't have a chance. It's not possible to control anything. And it's not wrong, and it's not bad. When you tune into that mechanism that wants to control, does it have an age with it? Like a...
Did you say if it has an age?
Yeah. Is it an adult organization or
No.
younger organization? Yeah.
It is all about protection.
Yes,
it's all about I have to take care of you.
Yeah. So it's a sweet, you know, like you can see the mechanism means no harm. It's really trying to take care, but in a way that with a very high price tag, because it, you know, it doesn't. Yeah. it's it's lovely to have compassion for that mechanism, and just see, oh wow, you're trying so hard to take care of me. Just feel how it feels now.
It feels connected and
Yeah. Feels seen, it feels held and heard and honored. Yeah. Then it can relax, yeah. That's not wrong, it's not bad. Just for fun, I'd love to get a gallery view for a moment if you'd like to do that too. And we can I'd like to check with the community how many people recognize that mechanism in themselves, and if anyone got any value from just this exploration. Just have a look for a moment, Andrea, just to see that,
yeah, and yeah.
Thanks. I'm coming back to you now. Just oops.
I am on an iPad, so I could just see 9, but I saw nearly everyone. So
Yeah. It's really these mechanisms that play in us. We can most of us know them, or at least be.
Yeah, and I noticed that deep cellular movements are happening right now.
Oh, fantastic. Really feels in my system like new neural connections, new information. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it has gestated for a while now, so it's ripe. Yeah, for me it's complete. Not sure how about Yatran. So
let's come back to Yatran. I'll open Yatran
Yeah.
for a moment, and you can see him on your screen. Hey Yatran, how you doing there?
Fine.
Yeah, cool.
It's good. I mean, yeah.
So just coming back to, like how quickly the system wants to interpret and prepare for the worst. Oh, now I have to. Because it's the same mechanism, actually. It's almost identical. It's wonderful.
It's crazy, yeah. And it's really like it happened to us at time. No, I don't know exactly. Some time ago, let's say 2 years ago, it really happened. Like for the first time, that we had this mechanism kind of, or this reaction. And then we were just like, "Hey, what's happening? Where? How did I go? How did I come to this point, to this place? I never wanted to."
One thought is enough. I'm telling you, just like if like the patterns usually fit so well together, and it just wiggles one place and then it vibrates the other pattern like that, and suddenly it goes from heaven to hell in a moment. Yeah.
It's so strange. Last night we had a nice talk on like FaceTime, and this morning it was like different story all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
And in my knowing, it's like when no matter what comes up, it's an opportunity to go, just to explore together, just like knowing, okay, there's love. And I won't even say love of each other. There's just love, and there's love of truth, and there's love of being love. And in that, everything will come up. Everything. Guaranteed. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. And in a certain way, the deeper the connection, the stronger what comes up will be, because touch is so deep. So yeah. Most of the old traumas and stuff happened in connection, in connection with our parents and so of course when intimate relating happens, it's going to touch all that stuff again, and we get to walk through it, from knowing awareness, knowing our nature as awareness, as love, I could say.
Yeah, it feels much lighter in like when it happened the first time in this so strong. It was like, wow, I'm totally overwhelmed and like puzzled. And now we have had it a couple of times, and it's getting lighter in a way. And still it's like, yeah.
So just watch when you talk about it in that way, you're reactivating the chemistry.
Oh, true. Yeah, true.
Yeah. And it's not wrong or not bad, but just to notice that. And then you can see, okay, is that useful or not? Just so that it becomes a conscious process. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's very, very valuable. This kind of, I don't know, it's a funny mechanism to go there again. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And actually, all we're interested in is actually love, just being love. But the mind tricks us thinking there's some value in freaking ourselves out. It's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful to have this.
Yeah, just feeling in this moment the depth of your connection with Andrea and your connection in this moment with life. Because it's just, in one way, it's the same thing. It's just we're here, This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we actually receive so much grace?
Yeah. And how good can we stand it, really and truly?
How good can we stand it?
And,
yeah.
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 Just meeting this moment as the beloved again and again, doesn't matter how many times, like these old mechanisms trick us. Yeah, come again to this love path, just to this. Thanks,
Kisses,
beloved.
kisses. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you both, and thanks for the nakedness and vulnerability and bringing this for the benefit of all of us, because it is like that. We all benefit from it. Ina. Ina, somehow your picture disappeared when I
I
clicked on
thought
you.
I opened the other thing. The
Okay, and
microphone.
then yeah, now I see you. Now I see you.
Good morning.
Hi, Ina.
I also would like to share some things. In the situation with my brother and my mother, sometimes sometimes I just see it's like a copy of the situation with my father and my mother when I was little. My brother is actually quite ill, and I don't know which is the English word, but it makes him narrow.
Say it in Dutch. Ja,
Zijn mind is hij is erg beperkt.
Okay.
And
his mind is limited.
yeah,
His
very
mind is
limited.
limited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of his being ill, but also because of this mental illness. But and he doesn't have much energy, so then this tension comes more often out, and then he is shouting, yelling at me. If he doesn't understand that, I just ask, "How are you today?"
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and my mother was always like the positive one, looking at the sunshine, at what is good, at what is beautiful. And I miss the connection. And I know I'm very lucky with my mother and how she has been all her life. But sometimes it's so tough to feel it's too much for my system. And sometimes I just see, whoa, I can't. In a way, I keep my boundaries, but in a way, I don't do it. Because in a way, maybe like it costed me a lot to be 2 months day and night in her house.
Yeah.
And then I see I'm just cleaning the house because my brother has this wedding. So I'm throwing away a lot of stuff. But I also do that because I need to do something to be able to cope with everything. I can't sit.
Okay. Yeah. So take a moment now, Ina. Right now, there's no house. There's just here. And I understand your system is touched. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have this bladder infection already for 3 weeks, and I think it has to do with being clear about what I want and not giving up my life. So find a better balance in it.
Yeah. So let's play in this moment, just now. Not make it a project. Just here, simple, this moment. Not a project that you got to figure this out or something, you know, there's no deadline, there's nothing. It's just, yeah, okay. Yeah. And it's okay to take rest right here, right now. Nothing has to be solved. Whatever happened in the past is gone. We can do nothing about that. That's gone. But what we can is just this moment, meet each other sweetly, allow our systems to calm down and in their own timing, without. Yeah. I know the mind always wants to figure out what to do in the future. That's just its job. But it usually just re-stimulates a bunch of chemicals and stuff that it doesn't feel that great. A question came in my mind to ask. When does something in you go over your own boundaries? What goes on there?
When someone else needs help.
Okay, cool. Very quick, you see it, yeah. Okay, cool.
Then there's a tendency to
In the past.
there was a tendency to be there.
Yeah. Okay. And so just honoring that, somewhere the system got conditioned that way, or who knows from which grandparent that came, or so it's just yeah. And just noticing it, you just seeing, okay, wow, there's been that tendency up to now. And through the lens, through the filter of that mechanism, just what happens to the capacity to meet the moment as love?
It becomes smaller.
Yeah,
sometimes it becomes smaller, not always. Sometimes my heart opens, and sometimes when it gets too much, it becomes smaller.
Yeah, so we're still talking about the past because we don't know the future. Sometimes in the past that happened, yeah?
Yeah. Can you ask it again?
Yeah, so like there's some, there's a filter or mechanism, however we want to name that, whatever's playing there, that when there's a perception, someone needs help, something to you responds in it in a ways that goes over its own boundaries.
Yeah, it's in.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. And so that organism that does that, is that an adult organism? Is it a young organism?
It's quite young.
Yeah, so just honoring that young organism and just, oh, sweetheart, you see it. Yeah. Just check if if in this moment that's still necessary or useful. Not trying to decide for the future, but just now. Right here, right now, in this moment.
No, it's not useful.
Yeah.
It never was useful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful. Yeah.
it's
And in a way, it was like a way that it learned to survive. Yeah.
yeah, but it was never enough.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's
that's going to
why
be tied
it
to
was never useful, because it was never
enough.
it-
Yeah.
yeah, and never got the feeling that the little one never got the feeling that she was enough,
Yeah.
good enough,
Exactly.
or whatever enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Cool. And just now, how is it? Just coming back to this moment. Just seeing that young organization that's been looking through that filter, and you could say having compassion for that young one. It didn't know better. How many times has it done that movie? Thousands.
Millions. In 17 years, you can do that a lot.
Yeah. 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 The mature expression of that, how would that play? Just feeling into it.
It would stay here and look with eyes of compassion to myself and to others.
Yeah. Yeah. So something in your system knows that, now it's just making the bridge between when it gets triggered and recognizing actually what it loves.
Yeah, sometimes that makes it so painful because I know it and then I find myself in this trigger.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's really learning. That's how we learn, in a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so just to be gentle, just to be gentle and go backwards and forwards at young organization, the mature one, just see, okay, there is a learning going on. Not putting pressure on ourselves, nothing, none of that helps. Just, okay, that's a young organization and it behaves like that. And it never feels like it's enough. And it's like all of that, that whole realm. The realm of when you're just there, and it's nice to be there. It's love, yeah. What do you notice happening as we're speaking now? Just what do you track in your system?
my belly is getting warm, and my feet are tingling, and I get more breath.
By
And,
itself, huh?
Yeah, by itself.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you, Isaac.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
And thank you all.
yeah. Goody. Thanks. Judith.
Hi, Isaac.
Hey, Judith.
Yeah, you see. Here also tears. There's also here a family dynamic that went on. And yes, I'm just triggered in sadness, in anger, we wanted to come together with the 5 sisters and did an attempt to communicate, and in the communication something went wrong, and one sister said, I quit with it, on something I wrote, and immediately my whole system reacted with, I did something wrong, and my heartbeat was going very fast, and that night I couldn't sleep, and so it was immediately triggered in the depth of something is wrong. And actually all my sisters have the same. So we see now all that we are all, and then the one is judging the other, and the other is judging the one, and then that one feels that he's not enough, and then the other feels that he's not enough, and over ping-ponging, and then that one doesn't want to come together anymore, and then I'm also on the point, I don't want to come together at this moment, better 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, but not with our 5. Yep. So this whole game is triggered, and
as you're speaking, just feel how your sense of humor is coming back.
Yeah,
you see it.
Yeah,
Nothing
and it
to
is
be solved.
no,
Nothing to be fixed.
Yeah. But the depth in this in us all makes it so difficult to come together. We all have this mechanism of not being seen, not being heard, not good enough, being judged, being wronged, fear for doing it wrong. Now that whole game is playing.
And you know, Judith, it might never come to an end.
Yeah.
But there's an interest,
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Somehow in all of us, this depth of not having the right to be. And of course, it was already sitting in my mother. That's what she brought over. That she couldn't do differently. She couldn't.
Yeah. And so, you know, it's like whatever's still sitting in the nervous system has to come up again and again. And so it doesn't matter how many times and so for me, it's like, okay, it's coming, but the big question, can we meet it gently? Without trying to change, fix, without beating ourselves up, without going into hope that it'll be different, or hopelessness that it'll
Yeah.
never be different. Just that balance, just right here. Okay,
Yeah.
triggering is happening, tears are happening, awareness is still here.
Yeah. And I brought it gently in the app for that, exactly how it had triggered in me. And then later one sister said, you should not write that those feelings in the app, and it's not good. And and on and on.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
And there is a kind of compassion to everyone, because I see we all suffer this pattern in us. And we all have that same pattern in the depth. A little bit different nuances, but it's the same. And here we are.
And here we go. Yeah.
Here we are.
And in this instant, is there suffering?
And I'm here, there is no suffering. Then it's clear.
Yeah.
And gosh, I really would wish that this depth could leave and not being believed in anymore. Wow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's also not up
really
to me, eh? Not up
exactly,
to me.
exactly. You know, and what's beautiful, you can bring it, you can be heard. Yeah. Just look how quickly your system is responding.
Yeah. Look at me. I imagine also the whole lineage behind me. Like, wow.
How's it just to be present here now?
Yeah, beautiful. Simple.
Simple. I mean, amazing. And our system can be completely triggered in a few seconds.
Yeah.
It's back to presence and love. Yeah. And unless our mind goes back there because it thinks by going back it can solve it, it doesn't even exist. Yeah.
Yeah. the mind comes in, and but there must be a way that this can leave the cells. Somehow there must be a way.
And just track that. Just the moment that comes, what
Yeah.
chemicals get released in the system, what happens. So there's a promise, but with that promise comes a whole flood of chemicals and old neural pathways. And
yeah, because then still in the background there's still something that need to be worked on or fixed on,
exactly.
or changed. It had to be different. And that is definitely the old program running. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Not wrong, not bad. It's all innocent. It's all being trying to help in its own confused way, but it's confused. That's all.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Judith.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, wow, a lot of people. So Lily, then Mira, then Dee. So please remind me of the order I just spoke.
Hi, Isaac.
Cool.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
Hi, Lily.
Hi.
Oops, I pinned. Sorry, I did. I have to come back to you. Give me a second. There, I see you now.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay.
I'm sensing a tightness in the system. So if you can.
So is that something that needs to be different? Can there just be a tightness in the system without needing to do anything? Not usually. I mean, usually something wants to get busy. Yeah, wants to fix it or get involved, and somehow then you're into the whole self-improvement game. But the other thing is, see if you can hold on to that tightness. Don't let it go. It's been troubling you, now you trouble it. Just don't let it out of your sight.
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing how our thinking functions. It's like we're interested in being peace and enjoying this moment as the beloved. But we think, wait, I've just got to work on this one thing first. And it fools us again and again and again. It's amazing. And I can say how it fools me for sure.
Yeah.
Or, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just,
Okay. Wow.
yeah. What do you notice when you meet like this, Lily?
It was so beautiful to feel the invitation, Isaac. And that's when the system opened and relaxed.
How beautiful.
The mind was trying to do it.
Yeah, beautiful,
Thank
Lily. And
so
really,
much.
yeah, it's beautiful that you can notice that. Exquisite. Yeah. And Mira was, yeah, see Mira. Hi, Mira.
Hello.
How do you notice when we hang?
Warm.
Yeah, to me, it's, yeah, I mean, the words I would use is just resting in your sovereignty, you know, just you here, and sovereign.
I feel very grounded.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share something because my mind is spinning on it. If this is actually possible, I see that it's the mind, but I had some body work on Wednesday. And after that, you know, how can I say it? For me, it's like when someone is touching me, I feel also everything that is moving in them. Like, of course, there's no separation. It's just like information moving through.
Yeah.
And also, like, I see my capacity of the receptivity, like, becoming even stronger, the openness of my system. And like, so it's okay to be so open, but at the same time, like, to have some boundaries too, because after that, like, I was sick for 3 days.
Yeah, so, you know, like, and in some ways, it's just like discrimination. It's no different than what to your body, you let touch your body and all that stuff. So it's just, you know, like getting more fine with that and just look at it. Yes, massage sounds lovely, but you know what's that good food for this body? So it's okay, you're learning and just seeing, okay, and you know, maybe it's worth it to be, you know, to get the touch to be sick for 3 days. You know, no one can tell you that.
Of course. it was just like very strong because like I can deeply relax in my belly and there's like such strong contractions and vomiting and like all ends. And like,
you know,
I just like really felt like I'm not, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and another perspective is like, at least how it seems to me, and then you can just see if it resonates with your own knowing. To me, if I'm hugging someone or touching someone, and nothing in my system goes into resistance, then I don't get sick like that. But if something in my system goes into resistance, then there'll be symptoms like that kind of symptom. So it's both, you know, like what kind of food you take in, but also where there's, you know, like something in, like you're picking up from that system, that in your system, unconsciously it goes into resistance against. So, you know, playing with both, maybe just discriminating. And, you know, to me, it's also, it's just, like I see this times when, like, if I haven't had enough sleep, the capacity of the system to just be space is different than if I'm really well rested. So it's like, it's a mood, you know. Also, what we eat changes day by day, winter, summer. It's you know, just so it's like we're learning, you know, we're tuning, and it's like so.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see what you're pointing to, like there must be like a pattern in me, like responding to the pattern, whatever it is. So like
Yeah.
So,
and not you, but just literally patterns with patterns. It's just like that. So this brings it into view, which is a fantastic opportunity.
yeah, it's just very strong because it doesn't feel like my body anymore. Like it was like literally like it felt like, is it me or what the fuck is going on? Like really strong. And yeah, I would love to have some body work and receive touch, but like, is this the price? Like, it's just
Yeah,
really
you know,
strong.
then finding someone that's more, you know, more resonant with your system. But you know, it's like I said, you know, for me, when I was traveling and going and holding meetings almost every day, in fact, it's like most of the time it was absolutely fine. Didn't matter who was in front of me. But I remember one time I was sitting with someone, I literally felt green. I had to go out of the room because in that moment, whatever was happening in them, my system responded to with that, like that. And once I got away for a few moments and I could process it, then I could come back. But wow, in that moment, I felt like I was going to puke. It was just so intense.
Frogs. Yeah, it's just like for me, like it's like also the thought, can actually someone else enter my body, or like I don't know, it's like it's also true on one level, but on another level it doesn't matter. So like how to have clear boundaries.
For me, I would say it's more a question of Aikido. You know, like there's different martial arts, you know, like some martial arts wants to set a clear boundary, don't mess with me. Aikido is just, how do you bring that energy to peace in you? How do you bring that energy to peace in you? Yeah, so.
Oh yeah, thank you. I can see it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But then also having discrimination. Okay, there's someone and they're offering a massage. And, okay.
No, I've paid for it.
Just to,
it was like by recommendation, and it was like was okay at the beginning, but then okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you feel lots of contraction in my belly or in the belly?
I feel some contraction in the belly, but at the same time, it's not a problem. So, you know, it's like, again, it's just like I know, you know, like as we become more sensitive, we kind of tend to pick up on different contractions or different movements. And the tendency is then to want to get involved with it. We'll make it mean something. I mean, for me, these things come through and they go, and you know, they welcome here. Don't really need to. So just as our systems rest with each other, there's a flow of information, yeah. And so, are any of those flows pleasurable?
Yes, like even if there's contraction, there's no problem. It's just exactly. Like I just have to keep quiet and stay, and and maybe vomit a little bit more. Oh, okay.
So, you know, and vomiting is it's a beautiful how the body knows what's healthy for it and how it knows what to get rid of. Yeah. So. So see if you notice the contraction. See if you can sense the sensations underneath the contraction, or you know what the sensations the contraction is responding to. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but just curiously.
What's underneath?
Yeah, because a contraction would be related to a sensation for sure. Some sensation comes and the system contracts.
I think it's grief,
Great.
but also like a mix of things.
Mix of things. And when you
like,
just be present to those sensations. Leave the contraction because that's actually a resistance. Just gently exploring the sensations. And if possible, even what we call grief. What's the sensation of grief? What's the mixture there, the smorgasbord, you know, all the different flavors, textures.
there is an aliveness in it.
Yeah.
And
All right.
it's bittersweet.
Okay. And that feeling to vomit, how's that now? Same or different?
Not here right now.
Not here right now. Cool. Amazing.
Sweet. It's nice that I can be grounded at the same time. This is it.
Definitely.
That's not trusting the mind. Thank you so much.
Very cool. So now we have Mukti and then Chinmoy. I see he has a hand up too. So Mukti, there you are. Cool. Hi.
There's been some intense movements this week, and I wanted to meet it, and I could see that I was trying to find it so I could meet it with you.
Good idea. What happens if we just meet free without an agenda, without any agenda, just and then trying, having an agenda and then leaving it and having it and just starting to discriminate what happens when we meet with an agenda and what happens when we meet fresh. Naked, fresh, vulnerable, nowhere to get to, nothing to do. Okay, and then now we're meeting to deal with something, just, okay, we want to.
I've been on and off as I was listening the other interactions, like, okay, letting go completely, and then again.
Yeah, cool.
See this pattern.
All is well.
Kinda. There's some. I can see there's the worry that it will happen again, but
Yeah, that's definitely worth following that thought.
no, not at all. Yeah, I can see just the slightest trying to go a little bit there, how the system immediately starts to react.
It's beautiful to get fine enough to notice those little movements and to see actually they don't serve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And easier not to go there because
Easier not to go there. Yeah. It's really beautiful to see that.
it helps a lot to hear you when you keep saying that in several ways. And I'm really grateful for it.
Because we can see it for ourselves. Yeah, we know it. We get the actual direct experience.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's so quick, and it's so familiar that it's a habit, and so we're in it before we even know it, and it seems normal or usual, and it is, until we start to discern and see. Oh wow, actually,
Yeah. To see the
in
joy.
my view, everything just happens through seeing clearly. That's it. Once we see something that's been playing unconsciously, we would never do it consciously. Never.
Yeah, now it feels more exciting to see more. Now it is
Beautiful.
What you said that. Instead of trying to run away from it.
Yeah.
Out of fear, no, it's
Yeah. The simplicity of just being, what we've always been, not needing to get anywhere, do anything, be any special way.
easy.
Thanks, Mukti. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I see your hand. I would just like to take a moment or two just to kind of be with the whole community. Then I'll let you know when I'm ready. Okay, Rana.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Rana.
I'd love to sit with you for a moment.
With absolute pleasure. So just for fun, just to play.
Mhm.
When you sit with what you call me,
Mhm.
do you sit with the experience of me, or do you sit with the projection of me? And no right or wrong,
Mhm.
just playing, yeah? Seeing what the habit is. And
There's a part which sitting with an expectation.
okay. Good that comes into view.
Say again, please.
Good that comes into
Yeah.
view. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And lovely, you could speak it and see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the expectation to get deeper, to find more peace, something like that.
Oh, far out. That's bound to fuck it up for sure. Yeah. And to answer my question of what you call me, where do you meet that? And as sensations inside of you, was the projection outside?
I guess the expectation is kind of projection, and yet,
Okay.
of course, I feel experiences happening inside.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And just, to play, just to make that distinction, what's it like to meet what you call me in you, or meet me as a projection? It's a very different,
Yeah.
just making that discernment. Yeah.
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 Being with the experience opens the space.
Yeah.
And being with the projection kind of something, don't know if you sense it like this, starts to suck at you.
Yeah, it just changes. Yeah, changes the field for sure. Just,
yeah,
one is just easy and relaxed, and the other starts to distort the field in some way. Yeah,
it's effort. It's work.
Yeah, it's effort for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One there's boundaries, one there's no boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And with the one, there's connected the thought somehow I need help.
Mm.
And the other side is just happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing, hey? Just subtleties that make the world of difference in what universe we're inhabiting, our sense of self, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Thank you for today, Isaac.
Oh, beautiful, Rainer.
Mm.
Okay, beloveds. And Bas, thank you once again for hosting so beautifully, and everybody for playing and exploring. Love, peace, beauty.